So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Health Wealth podcast for another episode. A slightly different one this week. It's going to be a bit short and sweet. It's just me, and I just had a few things I wanted to talk about, mainly around weight loss and the poor advice that we're given around weight loss and things like counting calories and choosing health over choosing a goal weight or an imaginary perfect weight that you want to get to. So, I mean, weight loss is huge. Everybody is obsessed with weight loss. That is the main thing people go for whenever they're trying a new diet or a new way of eating, or they're trying to make improvements in how much they exercise and how much they go to the gym and all of these things. It's always around weight. Everything is around weight. And, oh, this is how much I've lost so far. And, this is my goal weight and this is where I want to get to. And we've got it all completely back to front, and we're given some terrible advice, which I'm going to go into and touch on those things and just kind of talk about why they're terrible advice. And the first mistake we make is that it's not about weight. It is not about weight at all. Your number one goal and your number one priority should not be weight loss. Now, I'm not saying weight loss is bad. From the majority of people who are overweight, and the majority of people nowadays are overweight, losing weight, great. That's a good thing, okay? But it shouldn't be our priority, because you can lose weight by doing very unhealthy things and losing weight. And yes, you'll lose some weight, but your health is going to suffer and you're going to be more unhealthy as a consequence. And you're probably going to end up putting the weight back on. So overall, it's going to be a negative, even if you see that scale go down at first. But there's also a healthy way to lose weight. There's a way that you can lose weight, which is actually improving your health first, and weight loss is just a positive side effect of it. And it's just going to go to a natural, healthy weight. You're going to improve your health and everything's going to be better. And that's what we should be doing. But for that, our goal needs to be health. Your number one goal should be improving your health. And if it is, and if you actually implement the right things to improve your health, which again can be difficult with the poor advice we're given, but if you implement the right things, you will lose weight as a side effect. Okay, you get medications nowadays and drugs that everyone's on. The average adult is on about 4 or 5 medications by the time they're 40 or 50 years old. Okay, we're on these medications. They all come with negative side effects. Healthy lifestyle comes with positive side effects. So you're not even looking to lose weight. You're not concentrating on weight loss. But as you improve your health and as you make changes in the way that you eat and the way that you live and the things that you surround yourself with, guess what? You lose weight as well. Is a bonus. So what we need to do is concentrate on health. And too many people are concentrated on the weight. And like I said, there's unhealthy ways to do it. Everyone's heard the advice: eat less, move more, and calorie counting. Oh, calories in, calories out. It's all that matters. You just got to be in an energy deficit and it's fine. And it's horrible, horrible, horrible advice. And I know there's people who are going to say, well, it worked for someone, or it works for me, and I do it, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can get some results at first that lead to poor results and will damage your health. Oh, some people might even keep it up longer term with calorie counting, but it's not improving their health. And also, it's not the calories. This is the main point. Does the amount of food you take in and the amount of activity you do, does that have a relevance? Yes. Yes, it does. But is the amount of calories going in and calories going out what controls your weight gain or weight loss? No, it absolutely is not. Does your body even use a calorie? No, it does not. Your body doesn't know what a calorie is. So that advice of eat less, move more is horrific advice. And the majority of people that yo-yo diet, and they'll lose weight and then they'll gain back even more, lose weight, gain back even more, they're doing eat less, move more. Because it's impossible to do long term. Because this is what happens. You're eating however much. Again, I hate to measure things in calories because it's a pointless metric, but you're eating a certain amount of food and a certain amount of calories, and you're not doing any exercise. And then you suddenly decide you're going to get healthy, and you not only change the amount you eat, normally people will also change the actual food they eat, which they miss out. But if you change the amount that you're eating, you lower it and you're making slightly healthier choices and you start to exercise more, yeah, guess what? You will lose some weight at first. But what else is happening? Because these people are under eating. They're restricting themselves. They're eating less than they should eat because they want to lose weight. What happens is our body's built for survival. Every living thing on earth is built for survival. Their sole goal is survival. So if you start reducing the amount of energy, the amount of food and sustenance you give to your body, guess what? It turns down your metabolic rate. So your metabolic rate lowers. This is why people cut back and they start losing weight. Restricting calories, I'm losing weight. This is great. After a little bit of time, I'm not losing weight anymore. I've got to restrict the calories more because your metabolic rate has come down. So now you restrict the calories even more. And guess what? Your metabolic rate comes down again. And what this means is that as soon as you go back to upping your food coming in to what you were eating before, you will gain weight even faster because your metabolic rate is now way lower than when you started. And this is why people often put more weight on when they come off their diet. And another reason why diets are a ridiculous thing anyway. So eat less, move more. It does not work long term. Now it can work short term. Absolutely it can. But this is an unhealthy way of losing weight because you are starving your body of what it needs and you're overworking your body. So the people who are critical of fasting talk about the fact that fasting is a stress on your body. And that's not entirely true, but in certain circumstances it is. Now, if you are eating a diet which is giving your body all the nutrients it needs, then fasting for a couple of days is not a stress. It's a good way for your body to detox. If, however, each day you're eating, but you're giving yourself way less than your body needs in terms of nutrients and everything else, that's starving because your body is scrambling around. It doesn't have enough. It hasn't had enough in years. You're giving it less and less. That's going into starvation mode. But if you're feeding yourself exactly what you need, everything your body needs, the majority of the time, and then you have a couple of days not eating, that's not starvation mode. That's fasting. That's fine. But restricting your food is a stressor. So you're putting that stress on your body. Exercise is also a stressor. Now, again, I'm not saying exercise is bad. Exercise is good. Everyone should be active. But the problem is being active and exercising, intense exercise, are very different. Intense exercise, unless you're a pro athlete, you don't need to be doing intense exercise more than a couple of times a week, 2, 3 times a week. Shouldn't be any more. But you should be active every day, moving, walking, just doing something to be active and keep your body moving. That should be every single day. But if you're intense exercising, 5, 6, 7 days a week and restricting the food, you're putting your body under huge stresses and it's a huge negative on your health. And this is why no one sticks to it. This is why you can't stick to it. It's impossible. You're starving your body while overworking it and stressing it, and eventually it will break down. And it does. And then guess what? They come off the diet, they binge eat, their metabolic rates come down. So as soon as they up the eating, even if they're not eating terrible, as soon as they up it, the weight comes on and up you go. So what's the healthy way to do it? Like I said, you want to concentrate on your health. If you eat the foods that are best for you, that are healthy for you, you will lose weight. And it's knowing what to eat and how it works. And so concentrating on your health will optimize your weight. And it works both ways. So if you're underweight and you start eating the foods that are right for you, guess what? You will gain weight. And if you are overweight and you start eating the food that's healthy and right, you'll lose weight. Hi guys, now I don't promote many products because most of them are just pure marketing and I'm not going to recommend anything that I don't personally believe in. However, when I do find a good product, then I'm more than happy to share it with you all. So I'm excited to share Hazard Toys. They're combining fitness and fun for your little ones. Hazard Toys specializes in soft, plush, fitness-themed toys for newborns and up. These adorable toys promote healthy habits early on with plush, dumbbells and kettlebells that are perfect for tiny hands. Each toy includes a small rattle, which is fantastic for sensory development and keeping little ones entertained. And Hazard Toys integrates physical activity into playtime, enhancing motor skills and coordination. So we've teamed up with Hazard Toys for an exclusive offer. You can use the code HEALTH10 for 10% off any toy or bundle. You get free speedy UK delivery from the local warehouses, and you can get a free ebook, Dreams of Pink Plant Woods, with every purchase. So don't miss out and use the code HEALTH10 today. So weight loss, I said before about calories. Let's talk about calories a little bit. This is one of the biggest myths, one of the just most ridiculous things I hear people talk about is calories. And the calories in, calories out crowd are an incredible species of people. It's honestly unbelievable how they're so convinced that calories are responsible for everything, yet they can't explain away the simplest things which contradict that method. One of the things I will always bring up is the example of type 1 diabetics. Now, they say calories in, calories out is all that matters. Energy in, energy out. Amount of calories you have more calories than you're expending, you'll gain weight. Now, type 1 diabetic that has not been diagnosed and is not being given insulin, so they don't have insulin present in their body or very, very low amounts, they can eat any amount of food and they will not put weight on because they do not have insulin present. So insulin is the fat storage hormone. So without insulin present, you cannot store fat cells. So you will not gain body fat. So calories are not what causes your body to gain fat. Insulin must be present. Now, do you have to consume food that can be turned into fat? Of course, yes, but insulin has to be present. So insulin overrides calories because without insulin, calories don't matter. You eat what you want and you won't gain weight. And, that's actually a thing that doctors have to be careful of with type 1 diabetics is a lot of type 1 diabetics know this because they understand how their body works. And they will actually take less than what they're meant to of insulin because they want to be able to eat the foods they want to eat, the sugary rubbish, without gaining the weight. So they tone down the amount of insulin and under medicate themselves with insulin because they know they then won't gain weight. So it's a common fact, and the calorie crowd cannot answer this. They say things like, oh, type 1 diabetics are an extreme example and all this, blah, blah, blah. But they're not because they're just an example that shows that without insulin present, you can't gain fat. And it's as simple as that. Now, is insulin the only thing that matters for weight loss and weight gain? No, there are many things that come into it, but insulin is an overriding factor as opposed to calories. Now, what's a calorie? A calorie is just a unit of measurement, but how they worked it out was using a thing called a bomb calorimeter, and these things are burnt in them, and the amount of heat energy they give off to heat up some water by 1 degree Celsius is a calorie. Does our body use energy like that? Does our body burn the energy? Now, people always talk about burning calories and things like that for energy. Does our body actually do that? No, it does not. Our body does not burn energy. It doesn't burn anything. It doesn't use energy in anything like that way. It's a very complex process of chemical reactions that happen in the cell after your food comes in. It's broken down into all the molecules. It's sent around to the cells. Then it goes through all these different chemical reactions, through all these steps, and eventually produces energy in the cells. It's completely different. The body does not use calories. It's just a measurement that's been invented. It's inaccurate, and it doesn't apply to the human body. Doesn't apply at all. And the law of thermodynamics doesn't apply either. People always say about, oh, the first law of thermodynamics. It applies to a closed system. The human body is not a closed system. When it's going through all these different reactions, that is not a closed system. And it just doesn't apply. Doesn't work. Now, if you eat more food, then maybe you'll gain weight compared to if you eat less food. But that's amount of food. That's not necessarily calories. So if you're eating fat and protein, now protein has a small insulin response, fat has pretty much none, and carbohydrates, of course, have a big insulin response. So if you're eating just fats and protein, and mostly fat, you have very low insulin response. So you can eat much more, calories of food without gaining body fat because your insulin is low, it's very low. It's not being spiked by what you eat. And so your body's not storing the fat. It's using the fat. Whereas if you're eating carbohydrate, your insulin is spiking high. And what happens when it spikes high? Your body stores fat. So you're going to be gaining more body fat. Now, is it possible to lose weight while eating a higher carbohydrate diet? Yes, it is. It absolutely is. But it's much harder work. It's much more of a stress on your body. And it's a less healthy way to do it. So can you do it? Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. People will say, oh, these people, they eat high carb and they lost weight and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course it's possible. It's possible. But it's harder. It's harder, it's stressful, and it's more unhealthy. Why would you not make it easy for your body and do it the right way? And understand that calories are irrelevant. Don't look at calories. What you want to look at is look at the nutrition of the food you're eating, look at what's in it, and look at the amounts. Track your food by grams of food that you're eating, not calories. Calories don't matter. So if you can change that perspective, and you can also look at the fact that health is your main priority, not weight loss, because calorie counting again is all about weight loss. Oh, I'm only allowed this many calories because I need to lose weight, this and that. People calorie counting do not care what nutrient is in the food. They don't care about the vitamins and the minerals, and if they're getting the macros that they need. They don't care. All they care about is calories. And that is poor for your health, because I'll tell you this right now, all these foods that are advertised as low calories and only this and that, do you know what they're full with? Absolute crap is what they're full of, because they know that all you're going to look at is the calories on it. Oh, look, this is only 95 calories. I can have that. They know you're not going to read the ingredients. You're not interested. If you knew about food and nutrition and you wanted to know what was in it, you wouldn't care about calories anyway. So they know that if you're reading the calories, you don't care what's in that. You're going to eat it. And it'll be full of seed oils and chemicals and everything that you don't want in your body. So if you want to lose weight, you actually want to lose weight and improve your health, then what you need to do is put your health first, and the weight loss will come as an added bonus. It's unfortunate in this day and age, weight loss is the main goal for everyone all the time. It frustrates me, but it is. That's just a fact that you have to acknowledge and we have to accept, is that weight loss is nearly always the main goal for everybody, and they have this goal weight in mind. And that's a bad start, because your goal weight might not be your body's goal weight. Your body knows what a healthy weight is for you. And if you concentrate on health, you'll end up at that healthy weight. Your ideal weight goal might actually be too low. It might actually be unhealthy for you. And so you can get to a healthy weight, and then you really got to force your body to go lower because it doesn't want to. And you're trying to force it, and you're becoming unhealthy. So stop concentrating on weight, concentrate on health, and eat the right foods. And like I said, the majority of foods out there, processed rubbish. Get rid of them. Get rid of processed carbohydrates. Protein and fats are the best foods to eat to lose weight, because you don't have the insulin spikes. And again, like I said before, I'll say it again for anyone who didn't listen before, it's not the only way to do it, but it is the easiest way to do it. And in my eyes, the healthiest way to do it as well. Eat in a diet high in animal products. You know, if you want to have some carbohydrate sources in there, fine, you can do that. Keep them low, because they'll be spiking your insulin. Keep them lower. Don't have too much. But by manipulating the food going into your body, you can lose weight without eating any less. You don't need to eat less. You don't need to starve your body. You can eat a large amount of food, give your body all the nutrients it needs. So nutrient dense food, and you can eat the same amount you're eating before, and you can lose weight just by changing what you eat. No less, just different macros, and understanding how it reacts with your body. As I say, it's not just calories. It's, you know, what's it doing to your insulin? You know, what the calories are just nothing. It's what's it doing to your insulin? What nutrients has it got in it? Because your body fills up on nutrients. Your body doesn't fill up on energy or calories. You know, yes, we need energy to function, but when you will feel full and when you will not want to eat anymore is when your body has been given all the nutrients it needs. That's when you're like, okay, I can stop eating. Body feels full. I naturally don't want to eat anymore. Our body needs nutrients because that's what it can use to produce energy, to run properly, and to be healthy. So my advice to you, if you want to be healthy and if you want to lose weight, put health first. Concentrate on your health. Eat the right things. Just make lifestyle changes. Don't do it as a diet. That's another thing I always say. Don't do it as a diet. It's lifestyle changes. So make small changes, gradual, implement them, and make it so you can stick to. I always say to people, go in the full weight, go in the full 100% super clean diet, perfect for your health is great. But if you're only able to maintain that for 4 weeks and then you're going to fall off the wagon, it's pointless. Don't even bother starting. But if you could go 80% of the way and you could maintain that happily for the rest of your life, then go 80% of the way, because that's what's going to keep you healthy and is going to maintain that weight loss and that improved health. You have to do something you can keep up. So make lifestyle changes, not a diet. put health first, not weight, and understand how your body interacts with the food and that calories do not matter and they're completely pointless. And if you can do those things, that's going to start to make you a lot healthier and you'll be able to lose weight. But don't get too, that's just a little side note. Don't get obsessed with the weight loss. The health comes first, then the weight loss. And if you want to know more about the foods you should eat and how you should eat in order to get healthier and lose weight, as a side note, listen to more of the podcast. There's plenty of episodes where we've covered that, and there'll be plenty more where we cover it even more so. But thank you again for listening. We'll see you again next week, and let's get optimal together.